Hi Virgo, here's a general look at your solar chart for April 2011. Now your ruling planet Mercury is going to be retrograde up until the 23rd, so take it as read. There's likely to be the occasional hold up, delay, postponement, rescheduling going on, and perhaps a glitch with vehicles or communications equipment. It can work like that. Until the 20th, you're into a transformational stage, Virgo, where you're going to be shifting from one gear to the next, but in the process feeling a little bit more self-protective as you gauge where your priorities lie, and how best to move forward. The thing is about this phase here is because it sensitizes the emotions, but also sensitizes the intuition as well. When you're in it, it doesn't feel so much like it's a gear change, but know this, it is a gear change. So your inner mood is likely to predominate, and you'll be a little bit more introspective. So you'll be needing to feel your way into strategies, quietly plotting and planning for the future, which you can do, by using your connections, using your information, but also trusting your instinct, your emotional guidance. How does this feel to me? How does that feel to me? And just asking your body, because your body has a mind. It's also a very good time for a heart-to-heart talk with someone, or for consulting others, or for getting a lot closer with someone as well, whether it's in a love relationship or in another sort of relationship. And also at this time, you've got Mercury there, you've got the Sun there, you've got Mars there, so it's quite an emphasis on this area. And because you've got Mars there, part of what might concern you is that you're having to work within someone else's parameters. You don't have the freedom, you don't have the control you'd like regarding what the scenario is. It could be to do with finances, property, it could be to do with a moral obligation, it could be to do with, your romantic or your partnership relationships. So feelings, could be kind of turbulent at times. Because there's going to be a kind of you run up against a resistance there, which is why it's a transformational time. Because you run up against that resistance, you then have to reach into other areas where you can get control, you see. So the transformation is a consequence of coming up against these inner pressures, and the energies are going to push you into deciding what's better for you. And this can be in a very sort of minor way, or in a not so minor way, depending on your natal chart. And then you begin to sense what feels more comfortable, what is more reasonable, what makes you feel better emotionally, but also what makes you, feel better materially. And that's when the gears shift and you reach for something better. And remember, this energy is swirling through you and all around you. So those around you as well could be going through this, or being in some way a party to this gear shift, whether they know it or not, Now, this type of scenario is going to be likely to be felt more by you during the 11th to the 14th, as a matter of fact. There could be that feeling of pressure. Also, the very beginning of April, 2nd to the 5th, there's just like a bit of a go slow there, or more limitation there, and also more pressure on you, maybe over the 17th to the 19th. Might not be. However, there may be. If you are highly focused and concentrated at that time, and then it's likely you won't feel it in that way. Now, you're going to start to feel the uplift. That there's many cogs in a gear change, so you start to feel the uplift from the 20th onwards. That's towards the end of April and on into May. Uranus is in this area as well, and that's going to be shifting the balance and evoking endings and beginnings in these areas over coming years. Virgo is born in the first 2 days, or the first 2 degrees rising, will be feeling the action of Uranus over April. And what is a huge bonus for you, Virgo, is that Jupiter is in that area too, and Jupiter works very differently. Jupiter is going to encourage an influence, whether it's an outside agency or a person you know, but there's going to be an influence that is very strongly likely to be giving you a boost. Could be a financial boost, could be about property, could be an influence there that is just a provider of helpful resources for you. And as I say, it could be, material things like a property or equipment. And if you're trying to sell a property, by the way, this is also bodes very well for that. So it could be anything which is bought, sold, lent, leased, acquired, or just somebody picking up the tab for you every now and again, which means that you don't have to put your hand in your pocket. However it is, whatever the resource is, with Jupiter here until mid-year, it's going to help you to improve things in the area of finances, property, and also, this slow shifting of gears over April. Jupiter is really going to bring a buffer in there, I think, because it's going to give you a knowing deep inside that, things are actually coming into this more, your world is expanding in these ways. Now, Venus is in a strong position this month, helping you to forge good links with others, highlighting partnerships and one-to-one relationships of all kinds, and also the sorts of scenarios where you can collaborate, cooperate, work well one-to-one with others. This vibration can bring someone special into your life if you're looking romantically, or just somebody that you can really do business with, help you make a new friend even, or it can help strengthen an important bond already in your life. Also, those of you, who work one-to-one, then this could be a more lucrative time with Venus there. This is a time when you can just click with someone, but equally a time when others need more of your TLC, probably. And I'm saying that because Neptune is finally making a move into its home sign, Pisces. It's going to move out of there, out of where it's been, Aquarius, on April the 5th, and it's coming into your opposite sign, Pisces, for a short time, a few months in 2011, and then it'll go away again, and then it'll come in again from February 2012 properly. And this will affect the first day or two of Virgo natives the most, and also maybe the first 3 degrees of Virgo rising. This vibration is going to incline you to look for the best in people, but just make sure that you don't fall into the trap of putting them on a pedestal and worshipping them and putting on those rose-tinted spectacles. But it's going to make you a lot more compassionate with people, I think. And also probably more kind of intuitive with them as well. So, now, from the 21st, when Venus moves, there's going to be someone around who could help you feel more emotionally secure as you both pull resources and ideas. So actually, from the 21st, Venus, as well as Jupiter and Uranus, and the Sun and Mercury and Mars are all in this area to do with transition, changing of gears, but even though there's this sort of emotional feel with this, there is this beneficial vibration of abundance coming from Jupiter, and to a degree from Venus, where there's like plenty of support there as well. So it doesn't look too bad at all. Saturn is in that area too. But it's on the other side of the wheel. So it's in the area of your personal material security, your money, property, what you've got, in your space. All of that Saturn transit has had you looking towards the future regarding those things, planning ahead, taking stock, and also being more aware of health as well, whether that's your own or somebody else's. And slowly, Saturn gets the message through that you have to work steadily and consistently, not trusting to luck. It doesn't do it for Saturn at all. Steadily, consistently making that phone call, writing that letter, talking to that person to bring about an improved situation on these basic physical levels in your life, whether that's about finances, property, or health. Take the long view here and feather your nest in advance, Virgo, as far as you can. Get something lined up, get more than one thing lined up. Another aspect of this long transit also, it means developing what you have. So maybe you're not looking for something new, but you're wanting to develop it, you see. So you should be developing on those material levels, but also, and maybe more importantly, you should be developing on the level of your inborn assets, your natural gifts, your talents, which can become lucrative and generate more income in the future. So pulling more rabbits out of the hat there and realizing that you can really cultivate that and work with that in a new way. And if you've got to go on a course, then go on a course. And from the 20th, then you begin the more expansive time, you're more outgoing, and you'll tend to turn your attention outwards and see the bigger picture and the bigger horizons and be making plans for the future. Well, that's it for April. If you know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll throw another light on what I've said here, and I'll see you the next time.